Question number 1. Tell me about yourself. What is your name, age, where are you from, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Bernadette Miller. I am 62 years old. I am retired. And I live in the state of New Jersey.
My name is Christopher Miller. I am 39 years of age. I am from originally Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now reside in Washington Township, New Jersey. My occupation is a floor laying mechanic.
Okay, well, my name is Catherine Playford. I grew up in Helmsburg, Philadelphia. I work at Wells Fargo Advisors. I work with a broker. And about myself, I'm a mom, 4 kids.
How old are you?
I'll be 51 in June.
Okay.
Currently in the process of a divorce, which is good. It's amicable. And this is my second divorce.
I'm Liam Baker, 22, from Cherry Hill, and I'm a commercial diver, and I'm in the National Guard.
Okay. Question 2. Define the term feminism.
In my opinion, it means equal rights to all women.
When I think of feminism, I think of girl power.
Feminism is,
Whatever you think.
I guess it would be a point of view, but looking at things at a woman's point of view, or taking a woman's point of view or perspective on a lot of issues pertaining to women, such as, women's rights, even the workplace.
Okay.
And that's it.
Women being above men.
Tell me 3 words that come to mind when you think of the word feminism.
Equal pay in jobs.
Women, success, and independent.
Definitely women's rights, fairness, in particular the workplace. That's women's rights. That's what comes to mind. Feminism.
Man-hating, crazy, and offended.
Would you describe yourself a feminist? Why or why not?
Partially.
I believe I am a feminist because I'm for the women.
Well, I do find myself maybe protesting. I will stand up for women more so. Maybe it could be a trust issue. I don't tolerate much from men. I have low tolerance by my track record. So I really do stand up for myself being a woman. I don't know if it's exasperated because I felt like I was maybe treated more unfairly, but I definitely, I would say a strong feminist with women's rights and fairness, particularly, the workplace, including the body and children and stuff like that, yes.
No, I don't think so. Because my definition of feminism would really suit my character, I guess. I'm not, I'm all about, people being equal, but when it comes to someone being greater than someone else, it's not how I would describe myself. Like, that's not how I would see myself. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's possible for men to be a feminist?
Yes.
Yes, I have 2 older sons, and I think I definitely have an influence on them. I believe that I do, just by the way I see how they treat the other women or even myself. And I guess I just don't mean to say that it has to do with just the treatment of women. I just think that women's point of view as being a feminist, I think, had to take place because it was not balanced. It was not balanced. So it's definitely, it's come a long way.
But you see, like, I don't like social media claiming that they are, but I don't really understand what it means to be a feminist.
So if I show you this Google page, do you think this is a good representation of a feminist? Example, screaming women, people who free the nipple. Would you say that represents feminism?
Somewhat.
I believe some of the pictures can be represented as feminism or feminists, but not all of them.
Well, I don't. I think when I looked at it, it's maybe going too much to the other end. Like I believe there has to be a balance with it. We bring it to the table. Feminism is there. People understand it. I think that they understand it, and it's just a constant balance act. So that looking at that page, I mean, some of it to me seems to be a little bit too much feminism, um, and I think that can happen.
Yeah, somewhat. Like there's, like that. Like I don't, I don't get that. It's a dude wearing a shirt that says this is what feminist looks like.
Do you believe that men and women are equal? If no, why?
Men and women are not equal. Because I feel more women are more self-supporting than years ago.
No, I don't.
Why?
Not in today's world. Because I still think there is still some racism in the working field towards women.
Oh no. Women and men are treated equal or equal just in general.
Just in general.
I do. I still think that women feel like they still take on a lot more, the caretaking, but that's just the way it is. I think women have to recognize that also. Uh, Women do care for children more, not that men can. I think men do play a bigger role today. Um, and that I believe that both men and women do and can have certain roles depending on the relationship. Like if it's two men in a relationship, somebody always plays more the caretaker or whatever. So it equals balance. I believe in balance.
No, in certain aspects, like between jobs and like everyday life, kind of. It's not like a bad thing because what women can do things that men can do, and men can do things women can't do. Uh, and that's what makes us equal and not equal. But as a whole, I feel like men kind of get the longer end of the stick, especially when it comes to like money being paid for jobs. I think men tend to make more money than women, especially in the business world.
There are many facts that still state that men and women are not equal. For an example, female households and sanitary items cost more. Women are paid 79% less than men for the same job. There are fewer female executives, 17% of board members, 15% of C-suite executives, and 5% CEOs. Fewer women work in government, only 20% of Congress is comprised of women. Fewer women work in technology, there's less than 30% of employees. Women still do more at home and also face more frequent domestic violence. Working mothers still spend more time raising their children, whether or not men and women work the equal amount of hours outside of the house. 70% of women worldwide will experience some type of violence, and 1 in every 6 American women will experience rape or attempted rape. What would you consider today to be a woman's job?
Well, first of all, if you get married and you're a mother, that is a full-time job. And in today's world, mothers have to go to work also once they feel that their children are a little self-independent a little. But today, both parents have to work, especially in the economy that we live in.
Well, in my mind, any job could be a woman's job.
Specific job, I mean, I think men and women can do a lot today except for physical jobs right now. You know, men are just bigger in general, so, but maybe more nurturing with kids. You know, as far as the jobs are concerned, women tend to go for more nurturing jobs. And I just don't think because the jobs are available, I think that women tend to migrate towards those jobs into nursing or those types of, I think women naturally tend to go for those types of jobs. So,
I guess, like a stay-at-home mom. I'm not, like a stay-at-home parents. I feel like are leaning more towards women. Or like, working at daycare. I guess that's kind of like the same thing. But you get paid for one. I don't really see anything outside of that.
Do you think in today's society there are different aspects in the world that people still believe that women can't do? So, like in certain jobs or certain sports?
No, there's a lot of women that do all sports, even football. Jobs, there's police women, there's fire women, there's women that work on the railroad, there's women in the army. No.
Absolutely. I still think that there's certain jobs that men think that women can't do. Um, as far as like maybe business owners or CEOs of big companies, Fortune 500 companies, um, down to your trash man. Um, but like I said, I think a woman can do any job that a man can do.
well, physically, until they come up with some sort of, super pill for women to be just as big or as strong as men, we're definitely as smart, but physically, I think that there's some differences, obviously, and that's about it. That's the only difference. And men also they can't have children, which is a big plus for us because they can't have children. So I guess that's the balance.
Yes. In different countries, women are considered second-hand citizens, so they can't even run for like their Congress or be in positions of power. Being in the military, they just opened up combat arms jobs to females, which yeah, I'm okay with that, but they should have raised the PT standards because you have to take a physical fitness test every year, and for males, I think the minimum amount of push-ups is 42, and I think sit-ups is like 50 something, and the two mile run is like 16 minutes or 15 minutes and 54 seconds, and for females it's like 13 push-ups. I don't know what the sit-ups are, but I know I think they got to run a little bit faster than us. But I don't think that's. I don't think that's. I'm not saying that. I mean, I've met females that can do way more push-ups than I can do on a PT test, but like with all my gear on, I'm probably closer to 300 pounds. And if you're just hitting 13 push-ups on a PT test and you gotta drag me out of somewhere, I don't think that's gonna happen.
The actual definition of feminism is the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. Do you now consider yourself to be a feminist?
Yes, I am feminist.
I always thought I was a feminist, without a doubt. Yes.
Oh, I constantly do seek balance or question stuff or I believe that I am. I believe that I am.
Yes. But I feel like if I went to my friends tomorrow and told them I was a feminist, I'd get a little backlash for it because they don't know the dictionary definition of it either. Should be more educated upon.